We're here in Jackdaws Castle, where John Joe O'Neill, one of the greatest trainers of all time, is based. I'm joined by his nephew, Tom O'Neill. Tom, Cheltenham's just around the corner, and you're going to be riding in the charity race.
Yeah, the charity race is on the Thursday the 13th of March. It's an aid of Cancer Research UK, and there's 12 riders, and I was luckily picked this year, which is brilliant, and looking forward to it now. I was here in Jackdaws doing my bit of training today, and I was also there in January.
Yeah.
And they're my final preparations, so yeah, getting excited now.
And I believe you were mentored by Richie McLernan.
Yeah, Richie was brilliant to me all through. He just went through everything between the basics of riding to riding the racehorse and riding in the race and what gear to get for the day. So big thank you to Richie. Tom,
we were in Shelburne last weekend.
We were. We had Glenn, our dancer, running in the Toad Gold Cup. He finished second in 28:39. We were delighted with his run, and he runs again this Saturday night, and we're hoping for the best. John Joe, my uncle, is involved in the dog, as well as a few of the owners that are here in Jackdaws Castle. Tom, you're in college now in Cork. Do you have more time to spend with your dad and the greyhounds? Yes, I have, and he does use me for it, but I do enjoy it. The dogs are brilliant, and Dad really loves his dogs and has a passion for them, and it's probably rubbing off me now a small bit. He has a bit more time for me, as I have two, say, half days in the week, so I get a lot more time. He's done really well. He's not long training, and he's been touched off in the Derby final with Dreamwalker. Yeah. That Razzle Dazzle George won, and now this year we have Glenn, our dancer.
Joe, how long have you been working here in Jackdaws, and what exactly is your position?
Well, I'm over the accounts here, and I've been here since October 2010.
And what's it exactly like to work here?
Oh, it's okay. There's a lot of distraction, obviously, with the horses.
Yeah.
You have the TVs next door, so any race you just scoot across.
Yeah.
And obviously behind me there's a load of horses. Obviously there's 120 here, so there's a lot going on. If you see a loose one and someone get out, I'm thinking I didn't hear that. Yeah. So I'm staying here. So it's pretty good. You work hard, but like it's a competitive game, so you have to get to the top. We've obviously had a great year this year.
Yeah. There has to be a great atmosphere and a great buzz around the
place. When things are going well.
Yeah.
When things go bad and maybe you lose a horse, things aren't so great. Like when Synchronised went, obviously that wasn't so good. But then a month before that he gave us our greatest day.
Absolutely, yeah.
The ups and downs are mad. Just enjoy the good ones. So.
Of course. And Joe, your brother Tom is over here today. And he's preparing.
Yeah, he's got me up so early.
Yeah, we've all got you up so early.
Yeah.
He's preparing to ride in the charity race in Cheltenham. How are his preparations coming along? I believe he was over here for a couple of weeks in January.
No, he was here for a month. He lived with me for a month, so I did, and we had a good time. It was good to have a bit of company in the house.
Tom, I know you've always been involved in greyhounds, but how long have you been riding horses?
Surprising now with the name, I'm only riding since 2010.
No way.
Yeah, I was ill before that. I had Crohn's, and it was a goal of mine to go riding. And when I got better, and it was 2010 when I got better, I set aside and I went to show jumping, which was in Glenar Stables in Mallow. Yeah. To learn the basics and get my balance, and and then I was lucky enough that Marie Harding in Castleknock let me on my first racehorse, and I enjoyed it.
Brilliant.
And from there I decided I'd go to Jackdaws here to my uncle John Joe's, and look, I enjoy it. I've got a great buzz from it ever since, and then I got the chance to fly for this charity race, which is in the 13th of March, and now I'm getting to riding it, so absolutely delighted.
Richie, your racing career started off in Ireland pointing, and you rode several winners over there.
Yeah, I rode 25 winners altogether. I did 2 seasons pointing after I did my leaving cert, and I was with Eugene O'Sullivan, and I rode for John Joe Walsh and Adrian Maguire as well, and plenty of other good trainers over there, but it was a great grounding for me.
Of course.
And
how long are you over here in Jackdaws?
I've been here since July 2007, and I've been getting on great, and touch wood, everything's going well, so it's a great place to be, and
of
lovely
course,
place.
It's a magnificent setup.
Yeah.
And what's the daily routine for the horses over here?
Well, we'd be up early. The horses are fed early. We'd be on the yard then about 6 o'clock, and we'd ride out. Maybe I'm not racing today, so I'll ride 5 lots. But if I was racing, I'd maybe do 2 or 3 and then head off. But then I'll come back in the afternoon and school a few young horses and you know, it's a lovely place to work, and we have a great team here, and it's a great morale around the place, and you know, it's just a lovely place to be.
There seems to be a lovely buzz around the place, and even though there's a nice buzz, it's quite relaxed.
It is. The horses are very relaxed here, and you know, everyone's always in good old form when the weather is nice as well. It's just a lovely place to be, and you know, Mr. O'Neill and Mr. McManus, you know, they're a pleasure to work for, and you know, it's lovely, and you know, everyone gets on well here.
Yeah, and you've ridden over 100 winners in the last maybe 5 seasons, but I'd say this season's probably your best to date.
Yeah, getting on well. I've ridden a lot of quality winners this season. I was lucky enough to win the Paddy Power on John Spears, so you know, the big winners like that on the Saturdays, they're the ones that count, and you know, touch wood, now we've Cheltenham around the corner, so we're hoping for a bit of luck, and the horses are going there fitting well, so it'll be great.
And we saw you this morning, you were up there coaching Tom. How's his preparations coming along?
Tom's getting on great. He's a great lad, and he's working very hard, and the effort that he's putting in, he's getting the results back, and he's doing really well, and like you wouldn't say he's any different to any other lad riding out here. He just gets on with the job and fits in really well.
Tom, you were here for 3 weeks in January preparing for your race. What have you been doing since you came home?
Yeah, I've been riding out at Marie Harding's, which has been very accommodating on Wednesdays and Saturdays, because I have to juggle around college.
Of course.
Yes, and study comes first, I suppose. My local gym, which is Rejuvenate Health and Fitness in Fermoy, have been very good to sponsor all my training also. That's Paul Howard and his team, so thank you very much. And I also got a blue barrel and stirrups, so I get I went the old-fashioned way, but it's helping really well. And I do running as well on top of that. So look, I hope I'll be fit. I feel fit, and I'm looking forward to the day.
Morris, how long have you been working over here in Jackdaws?
I've been here 3 years now. Everything seems to be going well.
Good. And have you had much success to date?
Yeah, I've rode plenty of winners for the boss. A couple of big enough winners for him. Things going all right. Hopefully to keep going that way.
Yeah. And what's been the most memorable to date?
Memorable would be my first ever winner for John Tarvini. I got Ride of the Year on him and won at Leicester first.
Well
so
done.
that stick out. It was only a handicap hurdler on Huntington, but that still sticks out the most.
Of course it does. And working over here, it has to be amazing. I know, just even walking around the place and seeing you on the gallop is amazing. But what makes working at Jackdaws so special?
It's just like home from home. Everyone's so friendly here. John Joe himself is a brilliant boss. He's just like one of the lads.
Yeah.
And to ride for him is just a dream, and Mr. McManus as well, so it's all good.
Adele, what made you decide to come and work here in England?
Well, I got the opportunity to come over to John Joe's in a trial, and I liked it when I came, so I stayed.
And how long have you been here as head girl?
I've been here about 2.5 years now. This is my 3rd season. So.
And you're obviously from Ireland. What's the difference, do you think, or the main difference between racing in Ireland and the UK?
There's a lot more racing here. I suppose it's national hunt is national hunt. It's pretty much the same wherever. Well, between Ireland and England, it's fairly similar.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot more racing here. It's busier throughout the week and that, so it's nice to be kept busy.
Kept on the go.
Yeah.
John, how often are you shoeing here in Jackdaws?
We're shod. All the horses here are shod monthly, so regardless of what their feet look like, every month they're always kept up together. The most important thing really is to do things before they need doing, rather than when they need doing. So we're lucky here that we're in front of everything really.
Yeah.
So everything's done before it needs to be done. So we've got a margin of error, so we can keep on top of them. So we shoe them before any problems occur really.
And if there was a problem to occur, what would be the most common problems that you would see in horses' feet in general?
I mean, one of the most important things is the balance, that the balance is right. Sometimes when they come in off of grass, then they need a couple of sets of shoes just to get them up together and balanced and get the feet looking good. But then once we're on top of them, hopefully all the work's done and we can just maintain them. So we're basically just trying to maintain a good foot rather than deal with problems. So if everything's up together, we don't have any problems, the horses don't have any problems, and everyone's happy.
Tom, I've seen lots of different racing yards down through the years, but I have never in my life seen anything like the facilities here at Jackdaws.
Yeah, look, the Jackdaws is brilliant. It's absolutely amazing. First class treatment for every horse and rider.
Yeah.
Like, I've been spoiled in my preparations for the race in Cheltenham in March, and look, they have a swimming pool. It's amazing. They have an amazing indoor arena where in the morning, everyone goes in, they do their trotting around, walking around. and Guy Upton, the assistant trainer, and Johnny Kavanagh, the head lad, separates the horses into their groups for their gallops into 4s and 5s. And this is very useful, especially if it was raining on a day. It gives people a break. Then they have 4 walkers, which speeds things up in the morning. It gives everyone a chance. And they have 2 amazing gallops, a 5 furlong and a 7 furlong. And I tell you, the 7 furlong would test you. So, no, look, everything is brilliant. The rubber tiles around the tarmac, look, it's amazing.
And even the schooling fences, they've hurdles on all weather and on grass, and then fences on all weather and grass. Yeah,
they do. It's actually, it gives them every chance with the weather that's available and any kind of horse they have with different injuries and getting them ready for races. So, look, the facilities are amazing. It'd be a place where I'd send the horse, and definitely.
Yeah, I think I would too. Joe, give me a little bit of background on the yard. When did John Joe come here?
2001. So it's nearly, 13 years this year now.
And did he build the yard or what?
No, it was a guy called Colin Smith had it, and JP bought it from him. And that was in 2001, I think, around the foot and mouth, because John Joe moved in directly after the foot and mouth. And it was open. They built on a bit of it, obviously. They've done the rubbers in the yard so that the horses can walk not on dirt or tarmac. That was done in 2002 or 3. I think Sir Peter O'Sullivan opened a new place then the year after, so it's been on the go since. That's probably 10 years now.
Richie McLaren has been mentoring you for the past couple of months, Tom.
Yeah, Richie has been brilliant to me. Ever since I came over to Jackdaws, he's always the first man to help me. And in the last couple of months for the preparations for the charity race, he has spent a lot of time with me, going through riding the horse, holding the horse, getting my stirrups right, the saddle, all my gear, and especially on the exerciser, he spent a lot of time with me. So I'm very thankful to him, so thanks Richie. And look, the staff here at Jackdaws have been absolutely brilliant in my preparations. They're all helpful and they're all wanting me to do well.
Of course they are. And Richie was mentoring you, I think, going up the gallop again this morning.
He was behind me this morning now for a change, so I'd like that to stay that way. Look, he at the bottom of the gallop, he'd just go through the right way to hold him, how to approach the gallop, how to take off, and to be comfortable and confident on the horse. He's been brilliant to me because I get my hands right on him, so I'm happy on the horse, and my balance is after getting better. So, yeah, he's brilliant.
Tom, when you were going up the gallop, I was sitting in the Jeep, so I was lovely and cosy. But how were you feeling?
Oh, it was cold out there this morning now. But look, when you're taking off at the bottom, you're cold and you're saying, oh, they're going to take off or what? So, look, I've got a bit of confidence in the riding from all the help I've got here. And as you gradually go up the gallop and as the hill comes, you get a bit warmer, the back protector's getting a bit tighter, and the adrenaline is pumping.
It's extremely steep going up the gallop.
Oh, it is, definitely, and it'll test you and the horse now.
So you're well fit enough for Cheltenham?
Well, hopefully, anyway. We'll find out on the 13th of March now.
We will. We've had a fantastic morning here in Jackdaws Castle. Tom, you must be really looking forward to the 13th of March.
Oh, really looking forward to after today. There's a great buzz around and I'm all excited now and ready to go.
A lot of people have contributed to help make this actually happen for you.
Yeah, people have donated my sponsorship cards, and there's my Just Giving page, and then I have Petty Power, Foundation Developments, O'Brien Saddlery, and especially Connolly's Red Mills. Connolly's have been very generous in their donation, and to provide the camera crew today yourselves, which was great to give you a tour around and to do a bit of video coverage for me.
It sure was lovely to get a look around.
Thank you.
Johnny, what did you think of the facilities here?
Oh, it's amazing, that's all you can say. And from the time we come into the place, the way we were treated, we were made feel so welcome. And we're delighted to be associated with Tom. I know his father and his uncle, John Joe, for many years, and we're delighted to be able to help Tom with his charity.
Brilliant. Well, we'd like to thank John Joe and Jackie and all of his staff here in Jackdaws Castle for letting us have a tour around. And we'd also like to wish Tom the very best of luck riding in Cheltenham on Thursday the 13th of March.